Despite its smaller exterior dimensions compared to the outgoing model, it shrinks 5.2 inches in the wheelbase, 4.7 inches overall. The Equinox is still amply spacious. Rear seats are roomy, with plenty of leg space to sit behind the comfortable driver's position. There's a decent amount of room for a few bags behind the second row, at 29.9 cubic feet. But the kneeling seats fold flat to unlock a voluminous and practical space, totaling 63.5 cubic feet, for those times when you need to haul more than just groceries or luggage. If you don't need to tow anything, the 1.5-liter turbo engine is potent enough for this car. Down 12 horsepower from the outgoing 2.4-liter i4, the new motor offers 31 more pound-feet of torque, which makes itself available low in the rev range. Tied to the 6-speed automatic transmission, this base motor Equinox was perfectly up to the task of accelerating up the nearly endless series of hills on our meandering drive route between Greenville, South Carolina, and Asheville, North Carolina. The sound is also both reasonably quiet and reasonably satisfying, not some whiny little hairdryer under the hood. Our first driving stint was in the front drive LT trim, which is expected to be the volume model. In addition to being pleasantly surprised by the capability of the powertrain, we found the car to be well poised on the undulating and twisting roads through the mountains. The Equinox LT is balanced in the turns, and the ride is pliant. The chassis felt stable and upright as weight transferred side to side and front to rear repeatedly over many beautiful miles. The LT comes with 17-inch wheels and rubber with big side walls, which complained audibly as they struggled for lateral grip. While the feeling of control through the steering wheel is sufficient, there isn't a lot of physical feedback from up front. With no sensible reason to test the limits of an Equinox in the Carolina hills, we drove it more or less how any owner would, and found it a pleasant partner. The view is good, commanding, even from behind the wheel, with a low dash in the front end disappearing from sight. It's great in most driving, but makes tight maneuvers in parking lots a little less precise when you can't visually place the front corners. The standard rear view camera is helpful, but the available surround vision system on the Premier trim makes life even easier, providing an overhead view stitched together from 4 cameras. The new Equinox offers Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which was especially useful navigating our own drive route through the Carolinas in an otherwise navless LT test vehicle. For the frugal, it means buyers can happily forego the onboard navigation if they don't mind plugging their phone in and projecting it onto the central display.